it's rolling. It's my show now.
Okay. So tell me how you got into basketball.
Tell you how I got into basketball? Do you want the honest truth, or do you want a love story?
I'd like both, please.
All right, I'll give you the honest truth and a love story. Really tall, and basketball kind of just chose me. I was the tall kid who played basketball because I had to. And then over time, I really started falling in love with it, and just found myself shooting for hours in the driveway when I was a kid. Whenever, Friday nights I would be out drinking and partying and stuff like that. When I was really young, I would just, in my driveway, listen to hip-hop music on my boombox in my little suburbs.
Recruited by David DeVero.
That I was.
Yes, can you tell me that story?
Dave DeVero is one charming dude. Dave DeVero he's a great coach, great recruiter. He came to see me a couple of times at the University of Ottawa. Sorry, that's a lie. Okay, Dave DeVero, sorry. He came to watch when I was playing at Abbott, and he just called me up a few times. He sold the program, the school really well. They were going through a great phase. He had just helped turn the team around. I really liked what he was doing. His connections at the time, I really wanted to play professionally or for the national team one day. I had that spark in me as a young guy, it was like got them hoop dreams. And I liked his connection with Team Canada. He definitely talked about that as recruiting, and he knows what kids wants, and he's got good ties with the national program.
So how many years did you play for University of Ottawa?
I only played 2 years.
Yeah.
I only played 2 years, and then, believe it or not, actually, DeVero left to take a job at McGill, and that's around when I left, and it was almost like a half of it was like, you know what, I've been playing for 2 years. I look at it the way I was going, and basketball wasn't as big then. It wasn't that long ago. It was only 5, 6, 7 years ago we're talking about. Basketball wasn't as big as it is now, but it wasn't. I didn't really see much for me as a Canadian guy who wasn't a stud player. So to me, I was just it's time to call it quits, or not call it quits. I say retired.
Okay.
I say retired.
So why didn't you see a future in basketball?
I don't know, there wasn't a lot. The way I looked at it was I was gonna play for 2 years. If I really worked dedicated my life to it, maybe I could play pro in Europe for a year and then get replaced by some American kid because he's got just better facilities. There were so many times where I think it was difficult for guys to get into the gym.
How do you think basketball has changed from the time that you played for the CIS to now?
I don't really, I haven't basketball in the whole, not just CIS
Just basketball in Canada.
Basketball in Canada is huge now.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I think the Raptors doing well the past 2 seasons was a huge credit to that because it got people interested.
And do you think if the pool of CIS players and just basketball in Canada, the popularity increases, do you think we'll see more Canadians in the NBA?
Absolutely. I think there's lots of, to me, it doesn't matter if you're from Canada or the States. It matters if you have the facilities, and the States has the facilities. They have, it's no surprise that in the States, the NCAA, it's a huge business. Whereas Canada, it's almost like a hobby. It's treated differently, not by the athletes, but by the administration. And once you change the administration, then you're going to be able to give the athletes the resources they need to make the NBA and put Canada on the map. Right now, it's you're fighting, it's an uphill battle in a way because you're not getting the support from the top. You're not getting that grassroots program that's helping develop people.
Yeah. Well, now, so Matthew Michaud was quoted calling this new training facility a mecca. What would you think of this facility?
Oh, the new training facility with Masai.
An exhibition place.
And I love that they actually did that. They created the new training facility because it's I know that the goal I think was to make it so that to attract more talent from elsewhere from the exterior and bring in and help develop the talent already in Canada. And I think that's awesome because guys in the States who want to go another way or guys who want to maybe try it out in Canada because they want to be the big fish in a small pond, they're going to come here and realize that we got top guys here now who have the access. It allows the Canadian players to have that access I was talking about that the Americans do when the times that we wanted to go shoot around or didn't have the right coaches or didn't have the right structure or assistance, and now you do with the top coaches. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's definitely going to help strengthen the talent pool and definitely continue feeding like Toronto basketball or basketball Canada in general.
Now, if you were, say you were back in the CIS and you had the opportunity to train at one of these world-class facilities next to the Raptors, how do you think that would have affected your future with basketball?
I probably would have thought it would have been more believable. I would have probably the dream would have been a little more realistic to me. I think in all honesty, if I had a facility like that when I was in the CIS, I probably would maybe still be playing because I love to play. I love the game, and I still play a lot with a lot of my friends outside of the parks. I don't go nearly as intense anymore. I think it would have had a positive outcome, and I definitely would have taken advantage of it.
And so at sort of the grassroots level, so for kids who are growing up now, why do you think that basketball is so popular, especially even now compared to hockey? More kids are getting into basketball instead of playing hockey.
Basketball is cheaper. I think the economy is not doing too great right now, and instead of buying, I played hockey too. I was a goalie. My pads were like $2,000. I was one of those suburb kids who played hockey and basketball. Like my parents loved when I quit hockey to play basketball because it was so much cheaper.
And where do you see the future of Basketball Canada? Where do you see it going?
Space Jam. No. Future of Basketball Canada. I see it going. I don't know. I see it progressing. I see it progressing at the rate it's going, and I think as long as the Raptors keep winning and we keep trying these programs and these training facilities, and people at the top, the decision makers, keep caring, and we keep having these grassroots programs, then I think Basketball Canada is going to grow a lot.